In a stunning turn of events, Blake Lively, the renowned actress and public figure, has stepped into the legal spotlight with a court appearance that is sending shockwaves through the legal community. Known primarily for her work in Hollywood, Lively's unexpected involvement in a high-profile legal case has drawn significant attention, not only from fans but also from legal experts and media outlets worldwide. The case, which centers around allegations of intellectual property theft, has been closely followed due to its potential implications on digital rights management and celebrity endorsements. Lively's role in this case is multifaceted. She is both a witness and a key figure whose testimony could sway the proceedings significantly. Her presence in court is not just about providing evidence, but also about setting a precedent for how celebrities engage with legal processes, especially when their personal brand and public image are at stake. This case is particularly noteworthy because it involves cutting-edge technology and complex legal frameworks, making Lively's insights crucial. The importance of this case extends beyond the immediate parties involved. It touches on broader issues such as the protection of creative content in the digital age and the responsibilities of public figures in endorsing products or services. As the trial unfolds, the anticipation builds around how Lively's revelations might influence the outcome and what they could mean for future cases involving similar issues. With each day in court, new details emerge, keeping the public and the legal world on edge, eager to see how this dramatic chapter in legal history will unfold. Blake Lively's testimony in the courtroom unveiled a trove of new evidence that has fundamentally altered the trajectory of the case. Central to her presentation was a series of emails exchanged between herself and the defendants, which allegedly outlined unauthorized use of her likeness in marketing campaigns. These communications, previously undisclosed, provided a chronological narrative of how agreements were manipulated post-signature, leading to a breach of contract, a revelation that has left both the defense team and the audience in the courtroom visibly stunned. Further bolstering her case, Lively introduced digital forensic reports prepared by cybersecurity experts. These reports trace the origins of certain digital assets back to servers controlled by the defendants, suggesting deliberate attempts to obscure the origins of these materials. The technical depth of this evidence was profound, offering clear indications of data tampering and unauthorized access, elements that have rarely been so meticulously documented in similar legal battles. Perhaps most compelling was Lively's introduction of video footage captured during private meetings where verbal agreements were made. These recordings, although controversial in their acquisition, starkly contradicted previous sworn statements by the opposing party regarding the nature of their business dealings. The visual and auditory clarity of these videos served as a powerful testament to the veracity of Lively's claims, leaving little room for plausible deniability on the part of the defendants. Legal analysts present in the courtroom noted the unprecedented nature of the evidence presented. The combination of digital forensics, direct electronic communication, and audio-visual proof created a multi-layered argument that was difficult to refute. Such a comprehensive approach not only strengthened Lively's position, but also set a new benchmark for evidence gathering in intellectual property disputes. Observers remarked on the potential long-term impacts of this strategy on legal practices, particularly concerning the admissibility and weight of digital evidence in court. As the session concluded, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. The defense, caught off guard by the robustness and diversity of the evidence, scrambled to regroup and reassess their strategy. Meanwhile, the prosecution exuded confidence, buoyed by the tangible shift in momentum. The unfolding drama in the courtroom underscored the critical role of thorough and innovative evidence collection in modern legal battles, marking this case as a pivotal moment in the evolution of legal proceedings. The ramifications of Blake Lively's newly presented evidence extend far beyond the confines of this particular courtroom. Experts in intellectual property law are already speculating that this case could herald a paradigm shift in how celebrity endorsements are negotiated and executed. Traditionally, endorsement deals have relied heavily on trust and broad contractual language, often leaving room for interpretation and exploitation. However, the detailed digital trail and explicit documentation brought forth by Lively may prompt a re-evaluation of standard practices within the industry. Legal scholars suggest that future contracts might include more stringent clauses detailing the permissible uses of a celebrity's likeness, along with mechanisms for monitoring compliance. Moreover, the case underscores the increasing relevance of digital forensics in legal disputes. As seen in the forensic analysis of server data and metadata tracking, the ability to trace the origin and manipulation of digital assets can decisively tilt the scales in intellectual property cases. This aspect of the case could lead to an uptick in demand for digital forensic expertise in legal teams, potentially reshaping the landscape of evidence gathering and presentation in courts. Lawyers might soon routinely incorporate digital forensics as a standard tool in their arsenal, ensuring that all forms of electronic evidence are thoroughly examined and authenticated. The impact on the legal framework governing intellectual property is equally profound. Current laws, while comprehensive, often lag behind the rapid advancements in technology. This case highlights the urgent need for legislative updates to address the nuances of digital rights and the complexities introduced by evolving technologies. Legislators might be compelled to revisit existing statutes to close loopholes that allow for unauthorized use of digital assets, thereby protecting creators and rights holders more effectively. Furthermore, the case sets a precedent for the treatment of audio-visual evidence in courtrooms. The inclusion of video footage capturing private meetings and discussions presents a novel challenge to traditional evidentiary standards. While such evidence can provide undeniable clarity and context, it also raises questions about privacy and consent. Legal professionals predict that courts will need to establish clearer guidelines on the admissibility of such evidence, balancing the need for transparency against the rights of individuals to conduct private negotiations without undue surveillance. Overall, the ripple effects of Blake Lively's case are likely to resonate throughout the legal community, prompting a re-examination of current practices and possibly leading to significant reforms in how intellectual property and celebrity endorsements are managed legally. As the case progresses, it remains a focal point for discussions on the intersection of law, technology, and celebrity culture, promising to leave a lasting imprint on the legal landscape. The unveiling of Blake Lively's evidence in court has ignited a firestorm across social media platforms, with reactions ranging from staunch support to fierce criticism. On Twitter, hashtags like #JusticeForBlake and #Celebrite surged to the top of trending topics within hours of the courtroom revelations. Fans rallied behind Lively, praising her courage for taking a stand against alleged corporate malfeasance. One user tweeted, "Blake Lively isn't just fighting for herself, she's fighting for every creator who's been exploited. #StandWithBlake." Another echoed the sentiment, adding, "This case proves no one is above accountability, no matter how big the company." However, not everyone viewed the developments favorably. Critics questioned the ethics of using private recordings as evidence, sparking heated debates about privacy versus transparency. A Reddit thread titled, "Is Blake Lively Crossing a Line?" drew over 50,000 comments, with users dissecting the moral and legal implications of her actions. One commenter argued, "While I understand why she did it, secretly recording private meetings feels like a slippery slope. What happens if this becomes the norm?" Others pushed back, defending her decision as a necessary step to expose wrongdoing. "If someone is manipulating contracts behind closed doors, you'd want proof too," countered another Redditor. "It's not about crossing lines, it's about exposing the truth." On Instagram, influencers and entertainment commentators weighed in, amplifying the discourse. A popular legal analyst posted a carousel of slides breaking down the case, garnering millions of views. "What makes this case groundbreaking isn't just the evidence, it's the precedent it could set for how we handle digital rights moving forward," they wrote in the caption. Meanwhile, memes mocking the defendants began circulating widely, further fueling public outrage. One viral image depicted a cartoon version of Lively holding a magnifying glass over a stack of incriminating documents, captioned, "When you catch them red-handed." Traditional media outlets also played a significant role in shaping public perception. Headlines like "Blake Lively's bold move could change the game" dominated news cycles, while late-night talk show hosts turned the case into comedic fodder. "Looks like Blake Lively isn't just starring in dramas anymore. She's living one," quipped one host, drawing laughter from the audience. Yet, beneath the humor, there was a palpable sense of intrigue, with many shows dedicating segments to analyzing the broader societal implications of the case. Amidst the polarized reactions, one thing became clear: Blake Lively's courtroom revelations had struck a cultural nerve. Whether viewed as a hero standing up to corporate greed or a controversial figure pushing ethical boundaries, her actions have undeniably sparked a national conversation about power, accountability, and the evolving dynamics of celebrity influence in the digital age. To fully grasp the magnitude of Blake Lively's court case, we turn to legal experts and cultural analysts who have been closely monitoring the proceedings. Renowned intellectual property attorney Sarah Chen remarks, "This case is a watershed moment in the realm of celebrity endorsements and digital rights. The meticulous documentation and digital forensics employed by Lively's legal team could redefine how evidence is gathered and presented in intellectual property disputes." Chen emphasizes the potential for this case to catalyze stricter regulatory frameworks, urging lawmakers to update existing statutes to better accommodate the nuances of digital asset management and usage. Cultural critic and author Dr. Michael Torres adds another layer to the discussion, focusing on the socio-cultural implications. Blake Lively's involvement in this legal battle transcends the individual. It reflects a broader societal reckoning with the commodification of celebrity personas, he explains. Her case challenges the public and the industry to reconsider the balance of power between celebrities and corporations, questioning who truly controls the narrative and the profits. Further insight comes from tech ethicist Laura Kim, who discusses the technological aspects of the case. The utilization of advanced digital tools in legal settings, as demonstrated by Lively's team, marks a significant evolution in courtroom tactics, Kim notes. She predicts a surge in demand for tech-savvy legal professionals capable of navigating the complexities of digital evidence, which could lead to specialized training programs in law schools focused on digital forensics and cyber law. These expert opinions collectively highlight the multifaceted impact of Lively's case. They underline not only the immediate legal consequences, but also the longer-term shifts in cultural perceptions and professional practices within the legal field. As the case continues to unfold, it serves as a critical juncture that could dictate future directions in both law and society, making it a pivotal study for anyone interested in the intersections of celebrity, technology, and justice. As the dust begins to settle on Blake Lively's landmark court case, its reverberations continue to echo across the legal and cultural landscapes. This trial, marked by its groundbreaking use of digital evidence and its unflinching scrutiny of celebrity endorsements, has not only shifted the narrative around intellectual property rights, but has also set a new precedent for how legal battles are fought in the digital age. The meticulous documentation and innovative forensic techniques employed by Lively's legal team have illuminated pathways for future litigants, signaling a transformative era where technology and law converge more seamlessly than ever before. The broader implications of this case stretch far beyond the immediate parties involved. For celebrities and creators, it underscores the necessity of vigilance in safeguarding their digital assets and personal brands. Contracts once considered mere formalities now demand heightened scrutiny and specificity to prevent exploitation. For the legal community, this case serves as a clarion call to adapt to the rapidly evolving digital ecosystem, integrating advanced tools and methodologies to ensure justice is served in an increasingly complex world. Moreover, Blake Lively's courage in stepping forward has sparked a cultural reckoning, challenging societal norms around power dynamics and accountability. Her actions have emboldened others to question and confront systemic inequities, fostering a climate where transparency and fairness are not just ideals but imperatives. As the legal world grapples with the lessons learned, one thing is certain: this case will be studied and cited for years to come, a testament to its enduring impact on law, technology, and culture.